Good morning from the Second Age of Reason. Just a few words in passing. As the Supreme Court is finally looking at healthcare reform. Well, truth be told, it's not health care reform by any means. It's a means of providing affordable insurance. And the thing they're trying to swap here are the terms of insurance and health. It's insurance care. The insurance takes care of itself quite well, thank you. And just so you know, insurance has nothing to do with health. Insurance is a rationing tool. And so they had something called the mandate, the personal mandate, where we all had to pay money to a for-profit organization to ration our health care, which I am opposed to, but I know many people are not. So I thought I'd mention that in passing, and I hope that the Supreme Court strikes it down in the terms of that, because the forced mandate, I know now a lot of people who cannot afford insurance policies. They say, we can get a cheap one. Well, a cheap one's covered nothing. Well, they're more like a coupon. Here's $10 off. Like, that's going to help. So they need to reopen the book on single payer. Of course, you can screw up single payer just as well. So I hope they get somebody who's into business process engineering, and they design a streamlined, simple business process with Six Sigma in mind. They could actually make healthcare a lot cheaper that way. And of course, there was the prescription deal. You want to save money, have the Medicare be able to negotiate discounts with its economies of scale. I remember when I wrote to Congress at the time, my senator told me, we must not let the perfect get in the way of the good, as if this bill was good. But that's neither here nor there. But I think now we're at a good time to revisit it. Let's hear who comes out for single payer now, because by June the Supreme Court will probably strike down parts of that Health Care Affordability Act. And what's left? I mean, they put in there something about that they can't turn down for pre-existing conditions, but why can't they? They still would. All they'd have to do is pay a little fine and it's over with. Or the no lifetime limit. Well, they can make sure that they deny you enough claims that you never have to worry about getting there. So the whole thing is overly complicated. You know, a simple bill would be like this. It would be, who is covered? Everyone is covered. What is covered? Everything is covered. Who pays? The people pay a Medicare tax. There's already one on your paycheck stub. Take a look. And the providers are paid from the government based on a claim form. So when you go in for health care, you'll sign a paper saying, I'm here to get this taken care of, and that will be used as an invoice to bill the government. Simple. No middlemen needed. No insurance needed. You may want to get some auditors in there to audit it, if you think there might be a case of fraud, but there's a lot fewer points where fraud can happen at in this scenario. There's provider and there's government. The provider makes a bunch of fraudulent claims for non-existent people. That's one point you can audit against. When you put insurance in there, and you put corporations in there and their insurance administrative departments, and you put in all this different insurance handling that's at the providers, and you've got so many points of failure in there, it's next to impossible to find the fraud. And a lot more opportunities for fraud than a simplified business process. So I thought I'd mention that in passing, because I know I was even thinking since the government is making you pay, I consider that a tax. And with the concept of no taxation without representation, I would imagine that insurance premiums then would have to be set by boards with patient representatives on them, so that you could keep a control on the amount that could be charged for premiums. But that never came about as far as I know. And so some people say it's not a right. I think they haven't read the part of the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence that say you have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life and health kind of go together, and the other part is provide for the general welfare. And wellness, welfare is part of that as well. We already provide for the public in terms of streets. We already provide for the public in terms of public schools. We already provide for the public in terms of a common national defense. And to me, having a healthy population is a good working population, is healthy for the economy. It's what any civilized nation has, although we're trying to get there. It's not working out so well. So I guess I just would put that out there. It's an election year. You have a chance now to talk to the people you are going to vote for. Email them, write to them, call them up. Tell them you want single payer. This is your time. They are feeling the pressure now because multiple people are voting. The only ones right now that I hear that are supporting single payer is like the Green Party or the Socialist Party. The Democrats, where are they? Come on. Anyone? Tell them what you want. They're more malleable in an election year. You can get them to do what you want because you vote. Corporations don't vote yet. So, until later, we'll be seeing you.